Good morning, fantastic students. We are more than halfway through GMetrix. We're on task 18. Create a polygon shape that has 6 sides. It's called a hexagon and a radius of 80 pixels. Now to do that, of course, we have to be in our toolbar under our shapes. And if you click and hold, that's how you get to choose the different shapes. Here's my polygon tool. With that selected, if I click and drag, I'm going to have a really hard time getting exactly 80. I mean, you can do it, but let's make sure that you know another way. I'm going to Control Z. Instead of doing that, remember, just click once. And now it's going to give me a chance to type in my 80 pixels and make sure that I have 6 sides. I could change it here if for some reason I needed a different number for a different question. Combine all the layers, okay? Let's see, to combine layers, we get to see layers. Here's my layers. If you don't see an icon for your layers, remember Window, and you should be able to find your layers here. I already have it, so we're just going to move on. Oops, cancel. I'm still on the polygon tool. I'm going to go back to my selection tool, and let's take a look at what it wants. It wants us to combine all the layers that contain graphic elements, okay? So that's going to be all my shapes into a single layer and add the new layer, name it artwork. So I want to click my white bars. If I hold my shift key, I can add triangles and half circle, or I can click and, let's see, can I click and drag? Nope, just going to have to click. But see, remember, I have to hold the shift key to add the extra layers. Okay, combine all the layers. If I go up to my more options, let's see if I right click if it'll show me. Nope, I have to go to my more options. Okay, I'm gonna click that again. So we're going to merge the selected because we're combining it like traffic. We're combining cars. We're merging into traffic. You're just going to have to memorize that when they say combine in this test, you're going to just memorize that that means merge. And it did. So now I just need to double click it and give it the new name, artwork. Watch to make sure that you capitalize it, hit enter so that you commit that word. Going back to next. All right. Question 20, to help increase the contrast between the layers in the layers panel, still in our layers panel, change the color of the parent text layer to be magenta. So I'm going to go ahead and close this because the parent layer is this top layer. And to change the little color here of that layer, I'm going to go up to my options again, and we're looking at the options for the text layer only. So we're going to click that because we don't want options for everything, just that text layer. And this is where we can change the color to magenta. Okay. Next. 21. We're going to collect all the objects into a single layer and name the new layer complete. So this time when they say objects, they just mean, in this case, they mean everything, which could be a little confusing because it says text, fish, and graphics, but we're going to collect everything. The keyword collect here. Here's our list. And instead of merging, we're going to collect. That's that keyword into the new layer. Double click. Complete. Uh-oh, I ended up with a 5. Okay, make sure we don't have any typos. And click next. Change the print settings of the document so it has a bleed of 25. Do not print the document. Again, do not print. We're just changing. So if we go to File, Print, we have all kinds of stuff in here. So notice that on our far left, we have a category called Marks and Bleed. We do not want to keep the original default. We want to take off this use document bleed settings because we want to put our own. Right now there's none. it says that we're going to change the print settings so that it has a bleed of 25 pixels. So that would be here. If I change one, it's going to change all of them by hitting enter. It changed them all. And if you want to see that again, I'm going to go File. Oops, it wasn't supposed to print. Okay, so I have to make sure that whenever I click the bleed, and see how I put it in 25 once, just make sure we click Done. And then go ahead and click Next. Add the text Saltman to the circular path around the sardines graphic. Use Arial, 80 point, and 50 tracking. Okay, let's close off this. All right, so what they're talking about is the round path, the circular path. So I need to go to my text tool, type tools, and I'm going to find where it says Type on Path tool. Okay, I'm going to click right on the path. You see how it lights up, it says path. Now I'm typing in all caps, SALTMAN. It's kind of hard to see, it's small, so I'm going to select it to effect it and find my properties panel. In my properties panel, this is where I have the size of my type, and I can just type 80, hit enter. Now it's a lot easier to see it. Got to make sure that it's Arial, ARIAL, and it's just regular Arial, not. So I want to go to make sure that I'm just going not narrow but regular. And then 50 tracking. So my tracking is all the letters. See how it's got the little V, A, and the arrow going back and forth? That's tracking. 50. See how it says tracking. 50. Enter. Okay, so there we go. Saltman, all caps, circular path, Arial, 80 point, 50 tracking. I'm going to go ahead and also just click off of that just to make sure that it knows I'm done. Let's try that. Maybe it didn't want me to do that. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go back. I don't think it wanted me to uncheck that path. So let's see what happened. Because that's going to trip us up. So we got Saltman, making it 80 points, Arial basic, regular, and 50 for my tracking. Okay, this time I'm not going to click off of it. I'm just going to hit next. See, it wanted me to keep it selected, so be careful of that one. There's a lot of things that can mess you up on this question. Lower the opacity of the upload cloud icon to 75. Okay, so they're talking about the icon here. Select it to effect it. And we just have to find in our properties, where is our opacity? Here it is. Change that to 75. Enter, and you can see that it is now a little bit more see-through. Okay, we can stop.